So I got it. I got it. I'm so excited. So if you guys don't know, boox recently released a new boox palma, which is the boox palma 2 technically, but it is now the pro version, which has the color e-ink as well as a couple other features that are new to this specific e-reader. And I am so excited. So I've made a video about all my e-readers a few months ago at this point. So I made a video about all my e-readers a few months ago, and in that video I said how much I really was interested in getting a boox palma, but a couple of you guys were like, you should wait until the next model comes out because it's going to be the color e-ink like the boox Go Color 7, which basically become my primary e-reader at this point. I love her so much. I recently refreshed her, and so I really love this e-reader device so much. It's just my pride and joy, especially because it has the page turners. So that's like a very big reason why I got the boox Go Color 7 as well as the color e-ink technology. In my opinion, it's one of the better ones. I haven't tried the Kobo readers at all, so I don't know about that, but compared to the Kindle Color Soft one that I've gotten before and also returned, I think the boox color technology is way better in my opinion. So just a little side story background on why I wanted to get a boox palma in general. One, of the size, because ignore how dirty my phone is, okay? I have not had the chance to clean it again, but as you can see, technically, I think the boox is slightly wider, like technically, and then also the boox is like technically slightly bigger, but not by much. So as you can see, size-wise, it's pretty small. And that was one of the biggest components in getting another e-reader, if I was ever to get another e-reader, is the size component. So I was interested in the Palma for that reason, size alone, just because if I'm out and about and traveling and that kind of stuff, it's a lot easier to bring this versus this. So that was the biggest thing that interested me, at least back when I first made that video. But nowadays, in like the past couple months, I have really been trying to find a solution to my phone screen time situation, okay? I wouldn't say I have a straight up addiction. Honestly, maybe I do have an addiction and I'm just a little bit in denial. I don't know. But I am spending way too much time on my phone, and I've already set time limits for certain apps, so I'm not doom scrolling all day. But even then, my relationship to my phone is so bad, even despite that. So I'm just like, okay, well, I need to find a solution for this. So when they were releasing more information about the Palma 2 Pro coming out, I was like, I think this might be a solution. This is not going to replace my phone by any means, and it technically can't because it only has access to the data SIM versus like the phone and texting features of it all. So technically I cannot just replace my phone with the Palma 2 Pro, but I can use it to minimize my phone time. So that was the real big pushing factor for me to not only order this, but also order it so fast because I was like, my phone addiction problem is actually getting really bad, and I actually really need to resolve this sooner than later. Those are the reasons why I wanted to get the Palma in general, but now that the Palma 2 Pro is out, I was like, this is the perfect time. It's actually amazing timing for it to come out now versus later. So with that being said, I'm just going to be talking about my first opinions because you've seen the clips of me unboxing it and like doing the primary setup, but in the past hour or so, I've been using it mildly, like a little bit. And so I'll give you my first opinions on it. And then I think in a month, I'll also do an update, because I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy all phases of reviews. So I like seeing unboxing videos just like anybody else, and just like the first thoughts of whoever is reviewing it. But I also like seeing longer term reviews, especially with something that you want to keep for a really long time, because it is a pretty big purchase. It's not like as expensive as a phone, but it's still a hefty purchase for something that you're using on a daily basis. So I will also do that for you guys as well once it's more lived in, and I'll probably figure out a couple things here and there that come up for me that I either don't like or I really, really like. So look forward to that in the future for a month and year progress. And I'll kind of do like an updated version of all of that. And then maybe even like an updated one with all my e-readers, so we can kind of compare all of that in the future as well. So as someone who loves e-readers, these are my first thoughts on the Palma 2 Pro now that I've had it in my hands for like an hour, I want to say. So as far as setup goes, it's pretty easy. Actually, let's start with the hardware first. So I've never owned a Palma before, so I don't really know if this is typical or not, but this is similar to the boox Go Color 7 with the textured back, and it feels really nice in your hand if you're not going to use a case. It literally feels like a phone in your hand. And then I got it with the case, because there's an option to get it with the case, and then you can also do an add-on with the stylus. I chose not to get a stylus because realistically, I don't think I'm going to be using the stylus all that much. So I didn't really think it was worth it for me. But if you think you're going to use it for quick note taking, maybe it's worth it for you. I don't know. But there is an option to get it with the stylus as well as the case, or just the case, or nothing at all. I chose to get the case because my experience with the Go Color 7 when it first came out, you either had to get the case that it came with in the bundle, or you had to like wait a little bit for it to come out on more accessible websites like Amazon, for example. So I decided for this time around, I was gonna just get the case, especially since it has a MagSafe option. And I am planning to use this case with the Moft. So this is it's supposed to be like a phone tripod, but I use it for my e-readers when I have the MagSafe on it. So this one is compatible with that. So I do plan on reading it either like this, and I just hold it down here and I'm reading it, or have it out like a tripod. And I have these little button clickers that I can connect, and then it'll just be page turners via Bluetooth. In terms of weight though, without the case on or anything, I would say, even with the case on, I would say it's lighter than my iPhone for sure. So that's one thing. But with this case on, if I have like this outer part on it too, it does feel a little bit bulky, just so you guys know. So I am probably most times gonna just have it out, and I do need to add stickers on the back. So that's the hardware situation. In terms of actual user experience, it was pretty easy to set everything up via App Store. So if you guys don't know, it runs on Android. So you are going to be using the Play Store to download apps, and it basically runs like any other Android device / phone, and you just download it and do what you need. I personally don't have the data sim right now. I am planning on getting it because, like I mentioned before, this is gonna be a very big tool for me to get off my phone, because the screen time of my phone is bad. And not only is it bad for me in terms of being on my phone all the time and like the mental drain of that all, but my eyes get strained really badly. That's actually one of the biggest reasons why I switched over from reading primarily on my iPad to an e-reader, is because of eye strain. My head ends up hurting pretty badly because of the eye strain, and I get really bad migraines and headaches, tension headaches, and all of that stuff. So I'm hoping by being on a e-reader, paper-like screen sort of situation, e-ink, it's gonna help me with that. Even if I am technically staring at a screen for longer, I'm looking at a paper-like screen, and it will just help with that sort of situation. And also, since this is e-ink, it's not gonna look the same as a phone. So it is gonna deter me away from using certain apps like YouTube for watching videos, as well as things like TikTok, Instagram, social media in general. So I didn't even bother downloading those. But I did download YouTube only because it allows me to do multiplayer, which I haven't tested out yet, but kind of like on your phone where you can listen to it at the same time as you do other stuff. I think that might be worth it for me just because I'll be able to play music. So I did download YouTube, but I did test it out. Like this is what it looks like which actually doesn't look the worst on camera, I would say, especially from far away. So if I was like really desperate to get on YouTube and watch YouTube shorts or something like that, or if I was really desperate to watch TikToks, I guess it would be fine technically, but I just wouldn't want to spend all my time watching videos on an e-ink device when I could just be reading, you know? In terms of user experience though, if you have any sort of e-reader, it's kind of the same thing. It's not like a phone where it's like an instant, like you touch it and then it automatically loads up really fast and that kind of situation. That's not what it is. It does take a little bit of time. That's just the nature of all e-ink devices, honestly. Do with that what you will. If you don't like that, I don't think you'll like e-readers in general. It doesn't really matter what brand. I was able to download everything relatively quickly and set it up relatively quickly. I also did do Duolingo on this, just to see it, because I don't know about you guys, but I have a streak on Duolingo. So I always remember to do Duolingo at night. By the time I'm like in bed getting ready to go to bed, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I have to do my Duolingo. I have to then open up my phone. It's this bright ass light, and then I have to do Duolingo. Not ideal, because then it disrupts my descent towards getting sleepy, you know? So I did try Duolingo on here. It works perfectly fine. I think it'll be good for me to do Duolingo on here, honestly. I haven't started reading yet on here, so I don't really know what the experience will be like, but I'm gonna guess that it's probably the same as reading on the boox Go Color 7 or even my phone, except for its e-ink. Currently, I'm reading Divergent for the first time ever, actually. So you guys will see a video on that. Stay tuned if you are interested. But I haven't adjusted any of like the text sizing at all. So right now, some people might think this is kind of small, but honestly for me, it's really not that bad. I might make it like a little bit bigger, but I might just keep it. It's currently fine and it's like swiping fine. Battery so far, I haven't noticed anything too crazy. Earlier, it was around like 75-ish% and that was straight out of the box. And now it's 69. But I've done so much on this so far. So I kind of expected the first hour or so to eat up more of the battery just because I'm downloading a bunch of stuff to set it up, as well as just general usage is a lot more. I'm predicting that the actual battery usage is going to be probably similar to the boox Go Color 7. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes. That will be one of the things that I will keep you guys updated on when I do the monthly update as well as the yearly update, just to see how much it keeps its charge and how often I have to charge it. Which, speaking of, it is USB-C. So if you're like me who hates a lot of cables, this is perfect if you already have the 15 Pro Max or higher, or even generally any Android device that has historically had USB-C for a lot longer than Apple. So that's really good in terms of cable management, of having a bunch of cables. I would say volume is also pretty good. So if you are listening to things, let me just borrow an audiobook. Hold on one second, guys. So this is what the volume sounds like on full blast.
Harper Audio presents Divergent by Veronica Roth, performed by Emma Galvin.
It sounds pretty good to me in terms of volume. I mean, is this gonna replace your speakers? No, it's not. Let's be so for real. Is your phone gonna replace your speaker? No, it's not. But I would say it's pretty good. And also you can connect to your Bluetooth devices. So if you have headphones, you can also connect to that. If you literally do have Bluetooth speakers, you can also connect to that as well. So I think it's pretty good in that sense. And also if you're reading it, like it's pretty close to you and you're listening to music and just reading, I think it'll be fine. I mean, it'll be fine for me at least. Maybe not for you, but for me personally, it'll be fine. With that being said, I think those are the major things that I've come across while experiencing this for the first time. Overall, it's been a very positive first time experience. I really enjoy it. And just the fact that it is MagSafe with this case, game changing for me, and I'm really excited. Super excited for this, super excited for the month ahead before I update you guys, and that is it. With that being said, let me know if I've missed anything. Like if you have any other questions that you guys have about this device that I didn't cover in this video, please let me know and I will try my best to answer it. And since I am making a review in a month as well as in a year, let me know things you want me to cover in that and things to look out for while I am using it in the month and year span. and I will definitely keep that in mind as I'm using it so I can update you guys on that as well for the future update videos. So with that being said, that is it. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
21 degrees and